welcome through with you already. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be here in Saudi, a land of vision and creative opportunities. My name is Vladimir. I'm the CEO of Lupa Technology. Lupa is the #1 construction data discovery platform that uses AI to manage big data on large construction projects, allowing executives to make informed decisions. This is a problem we've talked about in the previous sessions as well. Now, our vision for construction industry is aligned with the 2030 vision of Saudi Arabia, in particular when it comes to pioneering the breakthrough of AI and various industries, including construction, creating smart cities and smart projects, and empowering the Saudi youth to take leadership positions and engage in entrepreneurship on construction. Now, construction is going through a major shift right now. Two major things are happening. One is 90% of baby boomer generation that developed the construction companies that we all see today have retired this year, 2024. New generations are taking over the companies, and they have different values and different expectations. They move at a different pace. Now, the second thing that's happening is that the amount of project documents is one through the roof. So, average project generates around 80,000 documents per month, which we can't process without help from AI. And there lies the solution. We have selected 2 case studies to present to you today. The first one is one from an international general contractor who's an enterprise license user from Lupa and uses it across a portfolio of 10 projects from basic that you can see on the screen. Now, we work together with the clients to compare performance from their past, if you want to call it, traditional projects, which are in the black bars, against the local projects, which were in the red bars. And what you found was the following. Data-driven decision-making. That is the amount of decisions that was actually based on actionable data increased to 80%. Consequently, the amount of decisions that were based on subjective experience it was reduced to 20%. And how do we know this? Well, we know because every decision that was based on data analytics was actually substantiated with the documents that led to it. Logically, the amount of errors, permissions, and rework dropped significantly from 50 to just 9%. And all this reflected on their major KPIs. So, project delays were reduced, negative cost impacts were reduced. And probably most critically, the clients now started making money on change management and claims instead of losing it. And this is what happens when you have access, instant access to the right information. Now, McKinsey said the data-driven companies are 23 times more likely to acquire new customers, 6 times more likely to retain customers, and 19 times more likely to be profitable. Smart people. The metrics that we looked at earlier, we worked with our client's champion. His name is John. He's the head of contract admin and risk management at the contractors. He employs around 25 people who are highly skilled at operations management. They oversee and troubleshoot all of their key projects, basically billions of dollars worth of work. John also sits on the board of directors, and he reports directly to the CEO and sometimes to the owner of the company itself. So, one of the challenges that he had to work together, and how did he turn them around into a church? We've heard from previous speakers very similar points. So, data was prevented, communication is prevented. It's sitting in different platforms like emails, document control platforms, or Procore, AKNX. But then it also sits on hard drives, OneDrives, and SharePoints. All of these different platforms. Now, his team struggles to get accurate information about developing problems, so the information was late. They also had massive issues with staff turnover. So every 2 years, on average, 8% of the project teams was changed. They're with that. Project always was lost. His people were under high level of stress, information overload, and constantly dealing with changes of costs. Basically, help data. From the data perspective, as you can see, every project of this had around 2 million emails and hundreds of thousands of documents, drawings, and schedule factors. That's a problem we're familiar with, as been mentioned before. But where is the opportunity? Well, there is enormous value of all this data. It should be regarded as company assets. Lupa automatically processes all the data from the projects. It performs advanced analytics on text, drawings, and schedules, and uses AI to generate data-driven reports for the key stakeholders. Data can make data-driven decisions. So let's see what this actually looks like. John's team gets automatically generated daily and weekly reports with all the critical information that they keep. Even sentiment and emotion of communications is measured. The system generates and updates the risk registers automatically, scores those risks, and proposes mitigation measures. And to-do lists are also generated automatically, ensuring that every task is delegated to the right person so nothing is missed. Most importantly, this solution is not a black box. John can tailor with his key all the reports that he wants to receive. And if he needs to dive deep into the documents, everything is organized. So all this unstructured communication data is organized, classified, or labeled, and easily accessible. So he gets all kinds of tools, such as this example of a semantic search, which is basically like having a Google search, but on your doggy. So you can find whatever you're looking for without knowing any of the keywords, and it works in any language. Finally, George gets summarized reports, which he uses to present to the board and to the CEO. These include any topic that he wants to focus on. It can be major project milestones, financials, change management, client relationships, internal staff performance, and many others. And the CEO, well, he gets this on his call. I want to jump into the second case study. This is one of a US developer who's building a World Cup football stadium in the United States. And I thought this would be an interesting opportunity to show something that Sally is also investing in quite a lot at this first time. Now, this is a developer, and he has a different perspective to the one of the hunch-out that we worked at earlier. But essentially, his problem is exactly the same. His concerns are mainly to do with the management of design changes, impacts of cost and schedule, while he's negotiating on some variations like the general contractors. So, our client champion there is called. And he hands the developer first. He gets about 1,500 drawings and shop drawings up to those every month. And this has been going on for years. Now within the platform, he gets design records that break down exactly what was submitted, what has changed, how much that has changed. And he also has his interactive dashboards that instantly give him access to the drawings. Well, he's got some WhatsApp. Now, sorry. Peace. Digging deeper into the details, when he looks at each individual drawing, he gets automatically created overlays, awful metrics, and the AI narrative helps him understand what changed on his jobs. Now, as an example, Lupa identified that tiny change on his drawings related to the fire rating of the puppet area doors, which was not clouded by the artifice of the engineers. but which saves on around $5 million. And nobody knew about it, except for him and this team. You could see it. Now this particular Tom wants to have insight into schedule fresh. But these can be extremely confusing and complex, as you can see. Now the late experts in Flanders use Lupa to perform various advanced analytics on sketches. But I asked Bob, especially for this presentation, to tell me what he thought was the value that he could get out of the schedule. And he offered this. So he said, first of all, the ability to integrate advanced schedule analytics with project communication and with documents to get a holistic view of project delays was great. 2, he said I can now see multiple schedule revisions. So his project is now running for years. He's looking at 30 plus schedules all at once. And he's looking at patterns and progress on these projects monthly. And finally, as someone who's not a P6 expert, he can understand schedule, in fact, derived from these advanced analytics, because the platform uses AI that converts them into AI-driven summaries, reports, and alerts. What he gets prepared. But the challenges that we mentioned here today are common around the world. Leading United States and European developers, contractors, and consultants use Lupa to process all their data and to ensure that the reporting is unbiased and tailored to their varied requirements. Our clients say, when I think of AI, I believe the key value position is enabling data-driven. Yes. I think the key value is a data-driven decision making in construction. From advanced analytics and AI, using all the big data that we have in our hands. As a final thought, I'll leave you with a quote from one of our clients, therefore, just when we were starting to work with it. He said, "My biggest fear is not using this technology and waking up one morning to find myself and my business obsolete, like BlackBerry." Now, we're extremely fortunate, I believe, to be living in this day and age. We see a bright future for construction that depends on smart, connected, data-driven construction, and that will once again attract best talent to all of us. Thank you very much.